Welcome to the Issue Crew. It's the show where we all have issues, both with our lives and with each other. I am your host, Riley. Kang, fix your fucking echo.
Hang on, I am working on it.
God damn it. We should do these things before the show. These are the issues with each other, folks.
No shit, yeah, that is a bad echo. Hang on, let me...
Kang, you have a mic, right?
Yeah, how the fuck would you be hearing me right now?
Well, you're not using a headset, is what I'm saying. You're using like a real microphone.
Yes, sir.
Do you own a pair of Bluetooth headphones?
I have a wired pair, and I, don't have them plugged in.
A wired pair of Bluetooth earbuds? Are you fucking kidding me? Who would
No,
ever?
a wired headset.
Okay, so you don't own Bluetooth earbuds. That's what I asked.
I do, but I am not wearing them.
Okay. Instead of playing us out of a speaker for your girlfriend, which is what I assume you were doing and was causing the echo, why don't you get those Bluetooth earbuds and you each do one?
Oh, Kang got himself a gal?
Well,
did.
what if I told you that technically is impossible because she is not in the same room as.
Wait, well then where is she? Who's the fucking issue here?
The issue is you think I am Mr. Fantastic and I can just give her like one earbud, like.
Why is she in a different room and you're playing the show out of a speaker?
Because she's in a different state, and I promised her I'd let her hear in.
So you're playing it out of a speaker into a phone?
Okay, Kang, I have a solution for you. Well, actually, one of two solutions. So, you could screen record your Discord, like this call, and she can hear us that way, or drag her in.
She was literally on Crow's podcast last night. Just have her join the call.
All right, hey babe, you
Yeah, we
want
can
in?
use that. We always need more women on
All
our
right,
shows.
I'll send you an invite to this server.
She doesn't have to be on. She
Oh,
seems
fuck
kind of
yeah.
camera shy, but she could listen in instead of it being a whole weird thing.
Okay, babe, I sent you the invite.
Don't say babe.
Why not?
Something about the way Kang
make
says it just doesn't sound right.
It just doesn't sound right because you can't say it.
Shut up.
What do you mean I can't say it? I just said it. The fuck?
No, not you, Kang.
Talking to me,
I was talking about
fool.
Riley. I said it sounds weird to Riley because he can't say it.
Okay, she has access now,
Right.
so she
You
can
can
Makes
get
it
it
listen
sound
in
from
sad,
freely.
though.
All right, ladies and genitals, this is where the fun begins.
This is where the
Should I
fun
pull
begins.
Pink in here, too?
I mean, sure. I don't think Moon's on the show. I think she's just here to listen. But
Okay.
that does not
No,
change
I'm
the
just
fact
saying,
that
like,
Pink would be enjoyable to be on if she wanted to.
oh my, for fuck's sakes, Riley, I had a good intro and you absolutely sandbagged it.
What do you mean you don't get to do the intro? That's not how it works.
No, what I'm saying is, Riley.
You mean your intro? Well, I haven't done the intros yet. You fucked it up.
It was just what I'm gonna.
You fucked it up. It was your echo that ruined the intro.
Oh
I got right
God.
into it, and you had echo.
Yeah, by yelling right now, you're actually making the intro better.
Yes, this is a great intro. I love this intro. I'm
Yeah,
Riley, by the way. Here's Captain Blackbread.
There's actually been a really odd lack of Kang lately, and it was replaced with Crow Royalty. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that very much. But you know, we got Kang.
You got a problem with Crow? You were one of Crow's soldiers.
Crow's soldiers. Well, I don't know.
I would say you
I
were
don't know
one
how
of
to put
Crow's
it.
until you
Everybody was like,
It's
"Why'd
just
you
too
kick
much.
Crow?
Well, I
Why'd
mean,
you
it's
kick
just.
Crow? Why
Well, I
don't
mean,
you just
once
let
you get
Crow back in?" And I let Crow back in, and all of a sudden everybody's like,
well, it's kind of like this. It's like you
You
can
know, I'm
have a
still
little
pit.
too much of somebody. So, like Crow once in a while hopping in on an episode, that's cool. Crow like 3 or 4 episodes in a row, you start to notice things, and it's not so fun anymore.
Yeah, well, see, then maybe you should have advocated for it. I think they've actually been doing pretty well,
Hold
considering
on,
their past
hold on.
performances.
I just want to say a quick both I love you, but fuck you, Blackbread. You absolutely sandbagged one of the best fucking intros we've had from Crow.
Okay, well, look, here's what really happened there. Is I was like, okay, Crow's doing this thing, and I feel like there's something going on between you and Crow. So that's why I sent you the message, Riley. Because like you should come on this show for no reason.
Because
I understand you running the bit by me, but the fact that it was a bit where Crow was hosting
I had a
and I
feeling
was
that
not
something was.
coming on and
I
you
know. I
encouraged me to
really
come
had a
on.
feeling. I had a strong feeling that something was going to go downhill, and I was going to get dragged into a oh fuck Riley. Oh, let's talk about how much we hate Riley. I wasn't interested in
I
that.
mean, it wasn't gonna be
I
that,
was
but
worried it was
the
going to be that and exactly that.
but you literally sandbagged one of the best fucking intros of all time.
You know
Like,
what? I've been upset with Captain Blackbread this whole time. I'm no longer upset with Captain Blackbread. In fact, Captain Blackbread's a real one. Thank you, Captain Blackbread.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't want to. Hey, don't take it too personally. I just didn't want to get mixed up in that fucking drama.
it's fair. It's very fair. You think that one of
I
us is
have
gonna
no
be a
undying
lolcow
loyalty. I
someday?
never will. What?
You think one of us is gonna be a lolcow someday?
I don't think so.
You think they're
I
gonna
think
be
that
talking about
really
us on
takes.
stage in Vegas someday?
No, no, you got to do something actually fucking insane. I think the first person that's going to become a fucking little cow from this entire thing is probably going to be Crimsol, if he's not kind of already one.
I like him.
I
It
hop.
seems like a lot of people don't.
Well, he's a cool guy and all, but if you let him, he'll talk you up a tall tale. That's very obviously not true.
I have noticed that he is one of those guys. Sometimes you could just tell. Pro royalty is also one of these people, right? Tell me I'm
I've heard
right.
it. Yep. You're
Yeah,
absolutely correct
Pro
because I've heard
royalty
it.
is one of these people, and so is Crimson, where they'll just like tell stories for like no discernible reason, and you'll just be like, "That's not true" in your mind, but you don't. But usually you don't call them on it. Sometimes I do with Crow Royalty, and they always deny it. But it's like so obvious they're just like inventing shit for no apparent reason.
Yeah, normal people embellish things, and that's what I would recommend, Crow, if you're listening right now. You do have good stories, but I think instead of making stuff up, you should just embellish the ones you already got.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
lot more
There has to be
genuine.
some sort of basis in reality.
Yeah. Hey, I was listening to the last episode and I realized that y- you can kind of hear my fish tanks in the background as I'm talking.
Really?
I don't know. I heard maybe somebody was actually in the bath, and that's what I was hearing. Like somebody was calling from the bath,
Yeah, I
and
need to
I
start
envy
getting
them.
better about noise cancellation on these episodes. I'm starting to notice.
Hold on, wait, was it you? You're starting to fucking do the show from the bathtub?
No, 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 I'm saying in general, noise canceling the episodes so you wouldn't have heard that from your end.
Well, yeah, I suppose. I do envy whoever was in the bath because I wish I had a bathtub, not just a shower. Oh
My
my god, I know what my issue is.
I haven't taken a bath in like a long time. I'm trying to remember the last time I took a bath. Um, I think maybe I was like 13.
So yeah, Crow, I don't hate you. Just had too much of you. That's all.
Well, they're not on this week. They're a host again for now, out of logo convenience, but we'll
Oh
see.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll
When
see
am
if
I
they
going to be
become
added to that?
twice fired
Well, when am I
someday.
getting on there?
Captain Blackbread, maybe by the end of the year.
You can even just put my face on there. I'm fine with that.
No, that would be not aesthetically correct.
I know that's why it would be good.
Nah, I'm probably gonna get a whole new logo. I gotta just fucking get my head out my ass and commission somebody and get something done. I think Pro Royalty keeps threatening to do it, but then they never do. So
Threatening to.
yeah, because I'm sure it'll be shit. But no, Crow's okay at like graphic design or whatever.
Oh, there's people hanging out in D2 ahead.
Yeah, it's Alex and Penguin playing games. I tried to invite Alex on the podcast, but I got beaten. I got beaten to the punch.
Yep.
We're so good at this, guys. Hi, Pink. Please unmute yourself.
Oh,
Please save us. You're the most charismatic person in the room.
what?
God damn, I came on and it's nothing but silence and depression. Y'all okay?
No, we're okay. We're good. We're good. Okay,
We're just
we're
doom scrolling
Did
while
you?
doing the episode, you know.
Yeah. Did you even introduce Kang? Because I feel like I just went
yes.
on a long run-on sentence.
I introduced Kang. I
Oh,
think. Hi,
okay.
Kang.
Isn't that normal?
Hey.
In
To run on
case.
sentence?
What?
All right. Anyway, let's talk about the votes and then talk about issues.
Did anyone vote?
Folks, we actually did get a vote.
Well,
Come here,
you
bud.
sure it wasn't someone voting for themselves?
It might have been, but I guess we just gotta fucking deal with it. Unless they admitted it to somebody somewhere, which I bet they did if it was the person that I think it is. But but the issues from last week, if you recall,
Do not.
were too many snowflakes, the death of political coexistence, capitalism, Warficus, people that make it all about themselves, and
Okay,
inappropriate baby clothes.
if somebody voted that Warficus was the biggest issue,
Yeah, the winner is
um,
Warficus. Crow
you're kidding.
Royalty wins last week.
I don't,
Oh.
I can't believe that.
This
No,
is the
no one.
result I was hoping for. I said exactly this at the end that I was like, I
Yep.
really hope that people vote for Crow Royalty. So
Well, the only issue with that is that that can't be true. Worf is one of my favorite people on the show.
I
I
agree.
miss
Quite
Worf.
amusing.
I miss Worf. Where's Worf? I texted him.
Oh,
He's not responding today. Probably
Well,
working like a
yeah,
bitch.
that's like almost all he does. I probably should send the show directly to him so he has something to do while he's working. He's in it. He's not in it, but he's in it.
You like put him in there?
Oh, he's in there. Yeah. I won't tell you where. You're gonna have to listen to the whole thing.
oh, you finally posted the 4th episode?
You watched me put all of the details in. What do you mean?
I listened to you mulling about it last night for a long time.
Yeah, that was me finishing it. And I
I didn't know it
uploaded
was
it as soon as I
downloaded,
got back from
uploaded.
work.
Oh,
Yeah, it finally finished uploading it. That's what you mean. Yeah.
it's a good episode. All y'all gotta watch it.
Yeah, I saw the notification. I might check it out. It sounds like it's a fun one.
No, no, that's a matter
It's
of time.
good.
All right.
The 4th episode is the best episode so far, and that's what I got to strive for is the best episode so far every time I release one.
You're gonna top that.
I don't know, but I'm supposed to have Cameroon on for the 5th one, whatever it's gonna be.
Who the fuck is
Awesome.
Cameroon?
He's one of the. I don't know if he's a respected member of the Discord, but he is a member of the Discord.
His name
Maybe
is
he's a different topic.
Cameroon.
Cameroon, yeah. I
Are
keep
we sure
jumping into
this is not?
calls.
Are we sure this is not Cameroon Clark?
Uh, what?
You don't know about Cameron Clark?
No,
Okay, I guess that's too old of lore.
too old of lore, or maybe I just don't know what the fuck it is. I am older than you.
I meant too old of Dick Show lore.
Uh, I don't know. I started listening in roughly, I want to say 2021.
Well, I started listening in 2019, so yeah, old lore.
I don't know. Hold on. No, wait. I was listening before the election.
the tr- the 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been like late 29, like mid to late 2019, early 2020. So
Still can't
Okay,
believe
because
Joe
yeah,
Biden has fucking cancer, man.
that is crazy.
yeah, but Dick posted something where it was just like, actually, it was benign. I don't
Hmm.
think that's true. I think it's just a bit,
Was
but
it
it
a
would be
joke?
very
Is
funny
that a
if it was.
punchline to something?
If they like snipped out whatever it was and it was benign, that would be funny. That's probably not true though.
Beat the cancer. The tumor. It came out. It looked like corn pop. I looked at it. I thought of that time that I fought corn pop in the schoolyard.
Wait, is there someone in Joe Biden lore named Corn Pop?
Yes, you don't know about corn pop?
I don't know about Corn Pop. I feel like I heard it here and there. I don't know.
I,
Enlighten
I
me.
I don't know if I've even ever actually heard the speech, but it's just so funny. The Joe Biden, I guess, just told this random story out of nowhere where he fought this bully, and the bully's name was Corn Pop. And it's like the only thing I've ever heard about Joe Biden. So now whenever he comes up, all I can think of is Corn Pop.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I mean, uh, in my head canon, it would have just been something he said during his speech. Just, oh, Corn Pop. Yeah, I was
Somebody needs to
around.
make like an epic like anime like high quality animation like battle between
What,
Joe
he's
Biden
fighting
and Corn
corn pop?
Pop. Yes.
And Corn Pop needs to be like a peeled, shucked corn,
Didn't corn pops have
like
a mascot?
actual corn incarnate.
Yeah, he's the Corn Pop cereal mascot.
In corn incarnate.
He's the child of the corn.
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm gonna
I've got
smoke
an
that corn
issue.
silk.
I love it when I pop pudding.
I've got an issue for you, and it perhaps might be the largest one in the galaxy.
Ooh,
Oh,
Okay.
intrigued.
I was rudely reminded of this one by my own hand, but it just reminded me of how much this got my goat, and I could have sworn I had talked about it on the show before, but my search came up cold, so I got to put this one on the board because again I think it's a real contender for maybe the worst issue. Okay, my issue is shows ending on cliffhangers. Fuck, man. I hate
And
it
then what?
so
Not having
much.
another season?
Yeah, like shows
Well,
ending on cliffhangers.
Like No Game, No Life?
Did No Game No Life end on a cliffhanger? I've never seen that one.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
it only had one season. And it was like
either
really,
the most
that.
brilliant, awesome thing. And then nothing. Well,
you
till
know,
the
if you
That
movie.
think
sucks.
if you think
Oh,
about it,
okay.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory ended on a cliffhanger. They went through the ceiling. The glass elevator floats away. Then
And then
what? Where
what?
do they go? Where did they land? They ever come back down, or they just go up there and the elevator popped like a balloon and they all died? You know, because it went up too high.
I mean, it could be worse. You could get a show that just gives you like an Irish goodbye, like fucking what is it? Fucking The Sopranos.
I don't even
No,
know what
I
the
mean
fucking Irish
The
goodbye
Sopranos
is.
is like artistic, like that's a separate argument as to like whether fucking art artsy bullshit is good. Because like we all know what the Sopranos ending is. Like it's not that they don't know how it ends. It's that that's how it ends. It's an artsy ending. We all get it. It is weird though. It's one of those famous examples. But the two examples that have affected me most in my life, I just so happen to have obtained an autism hyperfixation for two television programs that both tragically ended on a cliffhanger, and I will live with this burden until the day I die.
What are
Um,
they?
and, and the first is very cult classic sitcom program. I don't know if people around here have heard of it. The other one you definitely probably won't have heard of. This one you might have. My Name is Earl. Any My Name is Earl fans in the audience?
I know that it
I've seen it.
existed.
You've seen it, okay? Yeah, it's got Jason Lee and Ethan Suplee, and it's a
Same
sitcom.
Jason Lee from fucking the View Askew-averse of movies.
Uh, I assume that includes Mallrats, because that's the only universe I've ever heard described with Jason Lee in it.
He was in Mallrats. I think he made an appearance in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. I think he also did a spot in Clerks 2, I think. So yeah, he's well
He's
known
great.
amongst. Also, he is also, as I know, is a professional skateboarder, which is also incredible.
True. And there's Ethan Suplee, who was one of the bullies in Boy Meets World. It's the only other thing I've ever seen him in. Maybe a couple other things, but I can't recall anything by name right now. But
Wait, are you talking
regardless,
about Earl's brother?
yes.
He was also in Mallrats, I think. He played the guy that was
Oh,
trying
he
to figure out.
was.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out what the fucking painting was.
I've never seen the movie, but I know that he's in it. I just forgot.
It's a very good movie.
We should review it sometime. I feel like we planned that at some point. I don't know, but by we I mean me and Mo. Actually, I don't know if you were involved, but nothing ever came of it. I am curious about that movie.
It is I would say, a very good movie.
But My Name is Earl is a very good sitcom, and it had 4 seasons. Cult classic, very well reviewed among all. And they were assured. The creator went to the network and he was like, "I've got this ending right for the season. It's gonna be this big cliffhanger. I just want to make sure I'm getting that renewal." And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, dog, you're getting that renewal. Don't worry about it." So he does the cliffhanger ending, where like the ex-wife, who's the main character in the show, we find out she was lying about who the father of her kid that she was already pregnant with when she married Earl, who the father was. So they like there's like whole shenanigans where they think it's this rich guy, and they get exiled from the town because they're trying to get the rich guy to take responsibility for his child, and he has control of the entire town government because he's a corrupt rich guy. And at the end, this big revelation comes up, and they figure out that Earl, by ridiculous happenstance and costume party sex mishap, that Earl might be that kid's real father, and the show ends on that. On
Is this
everybody's
like a
reaction
sitcom?
to that. Yes.
Oh.
Not like the laugh track kind.
It is the wait, no, it's not the laugh
No,
track
it's not.
kind.
Like Two and
No.
a Half Men kind
I'm,
of
I was
No,
sitcom?
no. 2.5 Men is the
Two
fucking
and a Half
laugh
Men
track,
did have a
really
laugh
basic
track.
jokes
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, I like Two and a Half Men too. Don't be mean to Two and a Half Men.
I
Come
will be
on.
mean to 2.5
Charlie
Men.
Sheen, man.
Oh.
Charlie Sheen was the
Ashton
only good thing
Kutcher.
about that show.
I
Ashton Kutcher
liked
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher has
Kutcher on
kind of
that
been
show
pigeonholed
too.
into playing a fucking moron every time he plays somebody. He's always a fucking hick, or he's an idiot, or both.
He's just got that kind of face, you know?
I
Like
think
Either
it
that or
worked in
he's an
Two and a Half
dipshit
asshole.
face.
Men. I liked Walden. I'm the only
No,
person who
everybody
liked
hated that.
Walden in 2.5 Men.
You absolutely are.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
Charlie
like,
Sheen was the best thing about 2.5 Men.
yeah, I mean,
And
I
you know,
agree. I think John Cryer is the third best lead on that show. I like Charlie Sheen and Ashton Kutcher better than John Cryer.
oh, the guy
What
that
if
played
what if they
Alan.
did a show? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, worst character. Just straight.
I
Okay,
still like
first off,
him, but like I just think Charlie Sheen and Ashton Kutcher are both very funny guys.
all right.
well, that's
Do you
I
just
not
can't
like
think
give that
Ashton
show
Kutcher is
much
good?
praise though.
that's
Very,
just
very
like your
basic
opinion,
stuff.
man.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, the fucking laugh track sitcoms all kind of follow a similar formula.
What if the Big Bang Theory was more serious like Young Sheldon, and Young Sheldon had laugh tracks?
They did if Young Sheldon had laugh tracks. It's called Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, airing now on CBS.
That sounds fucking lame.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, could you imagine it's just like, oh hey, fucking Sheldon's dad dies. Insert laugh track.
I wish shows did that.
No,
Just
they took it
horrible
really
things happen. Oh my god, she fell out of a 10-story window. Everybody laughs.
Oh no, now there's an echo from Pink.
You gotta stop. All right.
All this all this echo-ness going on in this episode. It's fun.
Echo killed the fucking thing I just said. It
Sorry.
wasn't even that funny,
Go
but
on.
now it's extra not funny.
Wow.
I can't believe my kid just walked in the room with Pink attached to it and ruined my bit.
I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
an
Kang,
expensive baby.
yeah, Pink's pregnant. By the way, if in case you didn't know.
Which we're publicly talking about on a public podcast, but
Yeah!
don't name
That's
the
fine now.
episode
Everybody
after
knows
it.
now.
Okay. Well, still last week we were publicly talking about it on a public
I mean, how many
podcast.
people
Yeah,
actually
but
watched
okay. None of my family knows about the show though. That's why it wasn't that big.
Okay,
I
so
just-
that still applies to the title and thumbnail. If they
Yeah,
don't
but
know
okay,
about the show.
it's one thing if they okay. What if they saw my face on a thumbnail of a video? They're just scrolling through. You know, sometimes you just randomly get chosen by the algorithm. What if that was the one time?
Hold on, shut up. I have a separate question for the room.
And then I have to explain to my mom why I didn't tell her first and told the fucking internet instead.
Well, I have a separate question for the room, real quick, to prove a point, and that's
All right.
if you saw a title and a thumbnail that implied that a man was pregnant, would you immediately assume that there was an actual pregnancy involved, or would you think it was a joke?
Happy Pride Month.
If I was my mom, I probably would call and be like, "What is this?"
When people say they're pregnant, I mean, it's like the couple is pregnant.
Yeah,
It's
like we're
never
I'm
both
just
aware
carrying
that
the
that
baby.
concept exists, but
Except
the
she
fact that it's you with a pregnancy bump and it's like
Yes.
black bread is like it's a joke, like it's
Yeah,
it doesn't even imply an actual pregnancy implicitly. Again,
I know, but that does bar me
the point
from
I made in
being
the
able to
DMs
promote
is
it.
that there's an episode called Mo's Long Lost Son of this podcast.
Yes, I know.
He does not have one of those.
Yeah, that one's more obviously a joke. I know it sounds silly, but like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like I'm barred out of promoting it. Not anymore.
all for the
You
fun.
can change it back now
do.
if you want.
I mean, it already has a new identity, so whatever. But
And that
it,
identity sucks. Change it back.
it does suck. But there was it's a very split the moment decision. I got really like miffed because I just so happened to find your DM at like 3 a.m. when I was like weird. I was in like this weird fugue state where I was like still kind of high from the night before, but like not enough. So I was in that state where I'm a little high but want to be more high, so I get pissed. And that just means it's time to go back to sleep if it's 3 a.m. And as I'm getting ready to go back to sleep, I've got a bombardment of DMs from Cats and Blackbread.
Bombardment.
A
I don't. Let me
bombardment.
check the DMs. We'll see if this bombardment is more than 2 messages.
We gotta figure out the pink lemonade echo situation. Okay, it's not happening right now, but it was a second
What?
ago.
Oh, I was standing in the doorway
That
watching
Okay.
the
was
pit.
one message.
Okay, I don't remember this very well. To be fair, it was 3 a.m. and I was in a fugue state as I described. But I saw this DM and in my mind I'm just like, are you fucking serious? I did this whole thing like 5 days ago and scheduled it, and everything was perfect. And then I gotta fucking fix this shit. I'm definitely not doing it right now, and I shouldn't even have to do it at all. And here's the fucking 8 paragraphs about why. And then I went back to sleep and I woke up and I was like, okay, let me do that thing he asked me to do.
Oh,
I
well,
just was
hold on.
very upset at 3 a.m.
Let's see.
or whatever
1,
time it was.
2,
Very late.
3 sentences. You just said paragraph. Take
Not
notes,
quite a
Crow. This is
paragraph.
how you embellish a story.
Yeah, there you go. See? Perfect story embellishing what I'm doing right now, Crow. Take notes.
Dude, what are we hearing? Some embellishment bullshit right now?
Kang, you're
Yeah.
fired.
What? I haven't even gotten to do an intro yet for the show. It's like a fucking good intro.
Listen, you're
Yeah,
not
Kane
fired.
has said like 5 things, and you just fired him.
You're not fired yet, but as of right now, of course, I've decided to go the Keemstar route. And now
You
whether or
waited for him
not
to bring his girlfriend on, and then you fired him.
Oh, huh.
But I'm taking the Keemstar
It
route
was a
where I no
power move.
longer where I just have power moves and I no longer care about my hosts and I just like fire them and rehire them and fire them and rehire them all the time, and for arbitrary reasons. And that arbitrary reason is the logo. For if an existing head is there that I can put there. So right now, Crow, you're not fired. But if Demi Gloom ever decides she's gonna come back, Crow is not the one I'm eyeing to cover up.
You're
Oh,
unfired. Get back over
oh
here.
really? All right. Here's my thing though. If you are going to willingly move and cover up my fucking thing, like I can see the grass is greener on the other side of the crow cast, man.
But Crow's still gonna be on this cast. So
Why
Yeah,
doesn't
but
Crow make a show called The Crowcast?
they make a show called The Crow's Nest.
I call it the
Oh, that's neat.
crowcast. But yeah,
What's
the
it about?
fucking here's the thing.
Last night it was about cum. That's what it was about last night.
Oh,
Because
We're
we did
we're
some
really
cum
bringing that back up, aren't we? Just
we did
like
some cum jokes on the MoCast, and Mo decided that the show had to be canceled because the cum jokes were so bad to him. So then we just went and did the crow's nest, and it was just all cum, 100% cum for the entire 40 minutes.
well, I mean,
God, I
can't put
never
the
knew it.
cum back, right? Once it comes out, it
To
ain't going
come
back
back,
in.
Not gonna lie, it was definitely a marathon trying to last 40 minutes with cum.
we just had to call Aaron Imholt up. He'll clean it all right up.
Yeah,
Honking.
definitely.
But the other show, by the way, that ended on a cliffhanger, that gets my goat, is a show that nobody remembers or cares about. They might remember one of the two shows that it is transmorphed from, but even that is unlikely.
I don't
So
think they
the
like
show,
being called that.
so the show is called Lab Rats Elite Force. It was on Disney XD. and it is a spin-off. So Disney XD did their own weird like MCU thing where they had this show called Lab Rats, where it's like it's one of those like classic like laugh track sitcom, but it's like a superhero show also. And
Is
the
that the
idea is
dad
that
who experimented on his kids and gave them weird ass powers?
yes, exactly. So yeah, it's three kids. They're bionic superhumans. They live in secret and they go on super missions and then they go to high school and there's a little
Oh,
boy who hangs out with them. Um, and that's that show. And then there was another show called Mighty Med. And Mighty Med, folks, is maybe one of the best television shows to ever exist. Like Lab Rats is just Disney schlock. Lab Rats Elite Force is just Disney schlock. Mighty Med, genuinely amazing. Could have worked on a
ne-
real network.
never heard of
And
it.
Mighty Med is a show. It's about two kids named Kaz and Oliver, and they're really big comic nerds. They're just very obsessed with comics. And they find out that superheroes are real, and they find a secret superhero hospital, and they're gonna the superheroes are gonna wipe their memories because normal humans aren't supposed to know about the superheroes. But then they save a superhero's life with their vast comic book knowledge, so they become doctors at the superhero hospital. And that's the premise of the show: is that it's just these two like comic book nerd kids, and they're doctors at a superhero hospital, and they hang out with a bunch of superheroes. And there's a female superhero roughly their age who lost her powers, so now she lives at the hospital, and she's also a main member of the cast. And it's a great show. It's one of the best sitcoms I've ever seen. And then both of those shows ended, and they were very popular on Disney XD. So they were like, okay, what if, right? We got our chocolate, we got our peanut butter, we already put them together once. We did like an episode. We did like a crossover episode. What if we put them together like all the way? So they did a show called Lab Rats Elite Force where they
Mhm.
just like mashed them together. They took two of the kids from Lab Rats and the main three from Mighty Med, and they gave them superpowers at the end of Mighty Med, the kids who were the doctors. And they all form a team together. And that show only had one season with
Mhm.
16 episodes, and it wasn't that good.
Aw.
like like it was a competently written like comedy, but like the plot was stupid. And it was like nowhere near as good as Mighty Med was, because they just like left out the Mighty Med writers and directors. It was all the Lab Rats guys.
Aw.
So it just like wasn't great, but it had potential, and I liked the cast chemistry and I liked the comedy. But then it did awful in the ratings, so it just ended after one season. This season ended on a cliffhanger where the villain reveals that he has 13 shape-shifting children who are gonna take over the world. And the main guy is like, we got a war to fight or some shit like that, and that's it. That's the end of the whole franchise. And so you've got these two great shows that were super popular, came together and sucked, and then it burned the entire franchise down. And now
It's
we
like
like
two right
we
made a wrong.
well, yes, exactly. So now we never get to know how those characters' story ends, because they made this show that even though I have a personal love for, and I just rewatched it, which is what brought this up, but it's not very good. But it could have been if given maybe time to flourish. But it only got one season and it ended on a cliffhanger. So now we just never get to know what happened to any of those characters that we spent years developing emotional relationships with. Um, and that's what happens with all of these shows. You get invested, and then it ends on like it poses a question and never answers it. And it's like, what the fuck? What was I invested all this time for? They did this with Alf, bro. The Alf did this shit. Alf ends with them getting raided by the fucking FBI.
It does what?
You don't know about this?
Wait,
No.
asshole! No, wait. I wanted to watch Alf, but now you
Alf
fucking ruined
spoilers.
it.
Alf is not a plot driven show. It's a very silly show, which makes it very crazy that the last ever episode of Alf is Alf's gonna go home. He thought that all of his people were gone, but there's actually some left, and they're coming to pick him up. So the family is having this nice emotional goodbye with their alien friend who's become a part of their clan. And it's this big emotional moment, and he's about to go home to his people.
Mm.
And then, as his people are about to pick him up, the fucking government shows
Yeah.
up and raids them. And Alf's alien friends abandon him. And then the show ends.
Oh. Why?
They did a movie like 6 years later, but for 6 years, the ending of Alf was that the government captured them, the whole family. Fucked up when shows end on cliffhangers.
Was Alf like a standalone thing? Like, I swear to God, like he was a Muppet.
No, he was
Kinda.
not a Muppet. He was standalone. He operates very similarly to a Muppet. I understand the confusion, but no, he was his own thing. Jim Henson had nothing to do with Alf.
Maybe someone that knew him.
Maybe, yeah. I can see the similar craftsmanship, and Alf is great. Sometimes that guy just like does stuff as Alf, and it's always so charming. I'm just like, oh, there's Alf. Alf was at like the Game Awards a couple years ago. It was great.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah, that's my issue. Show's ending on a cliffhanger. It's fucking gay.
You know, I'll take the reins from here.
Okay, Captain Blackbread, hit us with it.
All right. Let's see what I named it. Bathtubs falling out of style.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you look online and check out, let's say you're looking for an apartment for rent or a house, even, every time somebody remodels a house, they take out the bathtub and just replace it with a shower. Why the fuck would you not want the option to just take a bath? Even if you don't really bathe often, right? I mean, when I say bathe, I mean like soak in the bathtub. I don't know. Maybe you're one of those guys. But I don't like having options taken away from me like that because I'm one of those guys. You know, like if the government was just like, all right, smoking is illegal now, I'd be upset because I'm like, well, what if I want a cigarette? I don't smoke, but what if I wanted to? I don't think you should be able to stop me. So why is the government trying to stop me from taking a bath? Why are all the remodelers being like, nobody uses bathtubs anymore? Who decided that? Like who fucking found the focus group they were just like, you take showers, right? And they're like, yeah, of course. See, they said they take showers. They didn't say I take baths.
They literally take up more space and like that's it.
I don't give a fuck. There's space for a shower, there's space for a bath. I don't care if it is in the shape of a square. I just want to be in the water. And I don't have that option.
Or if anybody has small children, you need a bath for that.
Yeah, little kids, they take baths. I'll be experiencing that soon. When I morph into a little kid, I'm going to want to take a bath.
I want to take a bath now.
Good lord, a bath actually doesn't sound like a bad idea right about now.
Right? And I envy you if you have a bathtub.
Welcome to
I
the
was
Bath
saying,
Podcast. We're all gonna draw a bath. We're gonna have a nice soothing bath on the podcast.
and I'll
Welcome to
just
the
have the
bathtub.
shower running on me, I guess. The best I can do with what we have is one of those like split shower heads where it's got two and you can have one, the other, or both. I just have them both running on me. Just as much water at as many angles as possible because that's the best way I can mimic soaking in a bath. So I can like kind of enjoy a shower, but you know, it's like running through a sprinkler versus going for a swim. You know, why would you not want to dip in the water? What the fuck is the point of running through a sprinkler anyway? Fucking stupid. Sprinklers are stupid.
Sprinklers are fun. When
Yeah,
you're
well,
like a little when you're like a little kid and you're like outside during the summer and there's a sprinkler and you just like go run up to it and you let it hit you. That's that
no,
real
like you're
shit.
supposed to like jump over the sprinkler. But I remember it was like, oh, I got a cool one at home when I was like fucking 9 or 10. I brought it over to my friend's house and like the whole neighborhood started playing with it. And then this kindergartner who was like morbidly obese. I'm not even like that sounds mean spirited, but she was a kindergartner and she weighed as much as I did when I
TikTok.
was 10.
Damn.
Yeah. And she went running through it and she like didn't jump. She just like tripped over it and then broke her ankle and then
Oops.
blamed
Oh,
me because I brought that sprinkler.
Yeah, it's the sprinkler's fault.
Did her
No,
parents have
she
anything to say about it?
no, I didn't get in trouble for it because that's stupid. But her and another kid fucking still blamed me for bringing over the fucking cool sprinkler. They didn't just go back and forth; it spun around in multiple directions. It was cool.
yeah, that sounds cool. I'm not gonna
We're all
lie.
having a we're all having a grand time till she dumped her fat ass over the fucking thing. Riley, seriously, Riley, you would. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but
Hey,
what I'm
I
gonna
was about to
say.
say I knew this would get to me eventually. We're talking about a fat person. I knew this would somehow find its
Oh
way
no,
back to
she's
me.
if she doesn't look like you, then she's probably fucking dead.
That's rude.
Well, I mean, her parents. Oh my god, I just remembered something, and I never thought of it. I just didn't give a shit for some reason. Her parents were lesbians. She had two moms.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was real progressive of me to like not give a shit about that because
Were
I'm a
they
little
also
kid and it doesn't
fat?
matter.
Was one fat and one
Yes, they were.
skinny?
Probably.
They were both very fat. I don't know who the
Okay.
real
Also, that's
mom was.
normal.
It'd be funnier if one was fat and one was skinny. That's the funniest lesbian couple. Just like a fucking land whale, and then just like like your classic like fictional lesbian type, like rail thin, like in like the spiky hair, and then just some like fat gargantuan land whale.
That's true love, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's despite the thickness. The you know there's love.
thick love.
Thick love.
Black Freddy, do
Love
you have
thicker
more?
than lesbians. Oh, I'm genuinely just upset about that. I don't know how they fucking decided that nobody likes bathtubs
Mm,
anymore because that's bullshit. Bathtubs are incredibly useful for, keeping the water from the shower inside of something instead of just splashing the fuck out of there.
That's true. I feel like
Also,
I would enjoy a nice bath. It's been a while. Sometimes
fuck
you just don't
you.
think about it after a certain time in your life. Like
You,
I
you
just
don't
like
you don't think about it unless you stop having the option. Our the
you never
apartment we
know what
lived
you
in
have
before we
until it's
came here.
gone.
Yeah, the apartment we lived in before we came here to this house, it had a fucking bathtub. It had fucking two of them.
mm.
I could have a
It's almost
bubble
like
bath if I wanted.
it's almost like a Cinderella song. You don't know what you got till it's gone. You know.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah,
Once you lose your bathtub privilege, you
sad.
you will seethe. You will seethe. You're gonna be like, "Fuck! I wish I could just soak." Like you get sick. Like that's like when I take a bath, it's because I'm sick. And the last times I've been sick, I have not been able to just soak in a bath. I always like drawing a fucking bath and then, you put some Epsom salt in
Soaking the
there.
germs away.
I think
No,
I'm
you
just
just like
saving all of my
it's nice. It's
enjoyment
good on the muscles.
I'm saving all of my enjoyment of baths points for when I happen upon a hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Anytime you're
that's
given
kind
an
of nice
option of a
too, but it's
pool
like
or a hot tub, it's like the best thing in the world. I could get submerged in water. Oh my god, yes.
oh, you can't right now.
No.
Have you ever gone directly from a hot tub into a cold lake? Because I have. That was an interesting choice that I made as a child.
Why would you do that? You're
I didn't
poor
I didn't
person.
I didn't understand how
Ugh.
temperature worked. It was very unpleasant what the result. But yeah, it was
Duster
just
just fucking muted me.
I was at a friend's house. They had like a nice lake right in their backyard. And they also had a hot tub. And I was chilling in the hot tub, and then everybody was swimming in the lake. So I was like, I don't understand how body temperature works. I'm gonna get out of this hot tub, and I'm gonna go hang out with my friends in the lake. And I went to the lake, and I got in the lake, and it was very cold.
Yeah, you're supposed to start with the cold water and then go into the hot water when you're
Yeah,
done.
yeah. You see, that's the ticket. I
See,
went the opposite way.
here's one thing I actually can say about a hot tub versus a bath. And the hot tub, it stays hot. In a bathtub, it just slowly gets cooler and cooler, but you get used to it as it's happening. So it's kind of nice, and so you're not just sitting there cooking. I like a good bath. At least I liked a good bath.
I wonder if I would enjoy a hot tub now, because like I guess like it comes back around because like I hate heat. I don't remember if I felt that way also as a kid too, but like now, just any heat, I'm just like, get it away from me, bro. Get it the
Well,
fuck out of here. I just want
yeah,
to
you
be
live in
cold
Florida.
at all times.
Dude, I'm that way about heat, especially when it's like you get out of a nice hot shower and then it gets really fucking cold real fucking fast. I fucking
Uh,
hate that shit.
I don't even really like hot showers. That's the thing. Like, man, maybe sometimes. Okay, I do understand the appeal of hot water because I've done hot showers, but most of the time I do cold. Because it's hot in the real world. So when I'm in a hot shower, I get all like gross.
I just think it like when it comes to hot showers and everything, it just depends. Like, all right, if it's gonna be like a wintry
What
day,
is that
like
in the background?
shit. Hang on, that's no stop that.
I just noticed that Snow has us set to not listening. Was it always like that? I thought it just had a mic off.
It's been that way for a while.
Oh,
My
okay.
god.
I was making sure we didn't just say something
Sorry, the show's
recently to trigger that.
unlistenable today, everybody.
Evidently, yeah. Oh, Kang, you don't got to do that.
Oh no, part of it's unlistenable. Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's always. Anyway, I think that's it. Bathtubs are falling out of style. Yeah, new houses are removing bathtubs and they're being built without them in mind. And it is a
Fucking
fucking
hell.
damn
It's
shame. Don't
considered a
let them keep doing
luxury.
that.
Like in hotels, you have to get like the optimum luxury suite in order to get a hot tub. I mean, in order to get a bathtub.
They are removing bathtubs. We are having actual bathtub erasure. Oh shit, can I
Bathtub
change
erase.
the name of it?
Yes, I was
Bathtub
about to say
erasure.
that's such a better name. Yes.
Yeah, I got a fucking cheap little motel in Yakima, and it like it
Yakima's
I it
real?
seemed
I thought that was an iCarly joke.
Yakima, Washington. Yeah, aka Crackama. There's a
Oh
big,
god.
huge fucking drug problem there. I wasn't in Yakima itself. I was like somewhere nearby. I don't remember what it's Sealaw. Yeah, I think it's Sealaw is what it's called. But yeah, I was at a motel there, and like I went into the back to shower, um, and there wasn't even a bathtub. It was all just like tile floor, like as if I was taking a shower in a fucking jail. I was like, I even thought about like the whole dropping the soap thing while I was in there. It's funny.
Be like George Santos. I listened to Who Are These Podcasts today, and they listened to I don't know if you've heard of George Santos, that old congressman who's about to go to prison because he like lied about a bunch of shit. But he has a podcast, and he just did a podcast where I guess a bunch of like ex-cons came on and gave him advice about going to prison. And the whole time he's very hyper fixated on how do I not get ass raped, and it's so funny.
Like
It's
that one guy
so
in
fucking
Boondock.
Yeah,
funny.
like the Boondocks episode. Yeah.
I've never seen the Boondocks episode, but it said, but
It's like the
perhaps.
third episode of the first season. It was
Yeah.
great.
I came here looking for man booty.
Oh no, not that one. Um, no, it's a different one. It's about the what's his name, the lawyer.
The dad of the little girl that's in the show.
Yeah, yeah, he gets taken away as a suspect of somebody he doesn't even look like at all, and then like the one thing he's always been worried about is if he goes to jail, he's gonna get butt raped. He's like, take a puff. It's going through his childhood, and they're just like, hey, take a puff of this weed. He's like, huh, go to jail and get anally raped? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
You guys can get anally raped. I'm good.
If you went to prison, do you think you would get anally raped?
I'd have to set the record straight, and I'd have to be the one doing the raping, unfortunately, because I can't
just
have
to
that.
just to assert dominance.
Well, yeah,
It's a rape or be raped society in prison.
yeah, and it's gonna hurt us both because you got to get the guy to actually pick the soap back up so you have some sort of lubrication. So like he's got to bend over to get the soap, but I'm like, can you hand me that?
Yeah, just like underhand it to me.
Yeah, you got to be yeah, like a football.
Okay, hold on. Let me get something clear here.
Well, hold
Let's be
on. The thing
real.
is, before you do that, if I drop the soap, then I get raped too. So I got to be careful.
You should have like a
I
rape
feel
It's
like,
like
train
honestly,
rape
Yeah.
behind you,
chicken.
like
Like
knocking
you're
you down.
throwing the bar of
hold
soap
on.
around. Like, oh, now I dropped the
Oh,
soap, but
whoever
now my
drops
dick's
it.
in. I dropped the soap, but now your dick's in my ass. Oh, but now you dropped the soap, and my dick's in your ass. Fucking jacuzzi.
Like
Yeah.
Hold on.
like
I
a
feel like
leapfrog
in
thing.
in a prison it should be where it's not necessarily like everyone gets raped up the ass. I feel like if you've done the crime of rape and you like have to get raped up the ass, that's what it should be.
Yeah, the prison guard. Part of the prison guard's job should be raping the rapist. There should be a professional rapist raper at the prison.
That's your
Yeah,
job.
they're all in the
You're
shower.
paid for it.
If an inmate is in there that raped someone, if he's in there for rape, that should be open game for all the prisoners to rape them. I'm
You
thinking,
know,
you ever watch that
that's
movie
kind of
Big
how
Stand with
prison
Rob
morale
Schneider?
works, right? Or prison morals. What do you call it? The justice within the justice system. That's kind of how that does work already.
Prison really does have like a weird warped like rape justice system.
Yeah.
I mean, the punishment fits the crime. If you're fucking shagging people up the ass, you should be shagged up the ass yourself.
It's like these righteous rapists who are like, yeah, man, I really got to stick it to like
Righteous rapist.
mostly
That
it's
is
child
fucking
predators you see
crazy.
that get this particular treatment where it's like, yeah, I'm really gonna stick it to this pedophile by raping him. That'll show him.
That's fucking crazy,
That was a
yo.
good bit.
Fucking
Said
heroic
not the guy on the
rapists.
receiving end.
The rape man.
Oh, that's a real thing.
The rape
There
man?
Yes, there's an actual hentai called The Rape Man.
Oh wait,
And
I have seen Rape Man. Now that I think about it, now that I think back, it's been a long time. You're unlocking
What?
some core memories
yeah,
about
yeah,
Rape
you
Man.
probably
That's
you
the core
probably
memory.
watched the dub called "Rape Man Forever." I hope it's still on YouTube. You taught me
Oh,
a valuable lesson. Thank you, Rape Man. Don't thank me. Thank Rape.
what? This is real?
Oh, did I never show you Rape Man Forever?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh
Now comes the
no.
pivotal point in everybody's marriage where they experience Rape Man together.
Oh god.
And the worst part is I can't
Diamonds
put
are
Rape
fleeting, but
Man in the
diamonds
title of this
forever.
episode or we'll get in trouble.
You gotta put Grape Man then,
Great.
Great
like from Whitest
man.
Kids You Know.
Man, Whitest
Yeah,
Kids You Know is great. It's a tragedy that Trevor Moore died.
yeah. Just
Never
do
heard of
like
it.
lowercase G, uppercase R, Grape Man Forever, running title. It'd be beautiful.
I think so. I think that's the move.
Hell yeah.
At least it's a good hook. Might get people drawn.
Yeah, we'll probably get Whitest Kids You Know crowd instead of the fucking those simps for what was their name? Libs of
Lives of
TikTok?
TikTok.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, I still hate that happened on an episode that I wasn't on, so I couldn't complain about it.
Got like 20 dislikes or something. Like I think the like ratio is such like a weird precise low percentage I've never seen before. It's like fucking 8% or some shit. 8 point something and it's like 2 likes and 25 dislikes.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for like burning, seething hatred from these retards.
They're
Like
just different. I mean
these aren't people.
my
They're like,
hatred was
oh, I like
pretty
libs of TikTok. No, they are blind followers.
my hatred was pretty burning and seething, but I think she deserves it because she's a cunt bitch.
Ooh.
I don't know. What does she look like?
Like a cunt bitch.
Is that hot?
No,
Them
not
some
even
big
a
words.
little.
Oof.
I don't
Big
Jamie,
use the
pull
words.
up
C
some
So
word.
pictures.
I don't use the
Jamie.
C word or the B word lightly. Most times I call women those words, I feel bad immediately afterward. But Lives of TikTok is a cunt bitch. And I will say it
Jamie,
a
pull up
million
some
times.
pictures. I need to see libs of TikTok.
She's very mid. Probably like a 5 on the attractiveness scale.
There should be an episode of Joe Rogan where he's just like telling Jamie to do things.
Jamie. Jamie should be the guest on Joe Rogan one time. Like I want to know about Jamie.
She, if I'm looking at the
Jamie,
right person, she looks like the most stereotypical lesbian in the world.
I might be into that. Can I see?
most stereotypical lesbian in the
She's
world.
got colorful hair and like above average weight and a resting bitch face.
My type.
And piercings. Gotta have
Eh,
piercings.
eh.
She's got a mullet.
Mm,
Got a fucking mullet.
Okay, nope.
yeah.
That's the end of the line for
The
me.
Okay, if
mullet takes it too far.
I just had
Yeah,
a
the piercings were already and then the mullet's like extra. Ugh.
I just had a critical error and had to reload a save state in my brain. Who are we talking about?
Libs of TikTok.
Oh.
And how much you hate her.
Wait, no, that's not Lives of TikTok. She doesn't have colorful hair and piercings and shit.
No?
Did
I looked up
AI
lip.
No.
did AI just fucking generate what they thought libs of TikTok looked like?
Maybe those are what the
Is
lives
that
of
a lib
TikTok
of
looks like.
TikTok? Yeah.
Yeah, but not lives of TikTok, the person who is mean to lives on TikTok.
Oh, I didn't know there was a. Okay, hang on.
You don't know about lives of TikTok?
I don't
No, not
TikTok.
really.
I don't social media like at all. I still haven't touched my Twitter that I made like 2 months ago.
Yeah, lives of TikTok. Isn't it funny that people died?
What?
What a meme.
I'm gonna hold up this newspaper reporting a news story about how I indirectly caused death. Isn't that funny?
There a
Whoa,
picture of
hold
this person?
on.
I just see
Allegedly.
their
No, that may or may not
multi-gender
be true. This
logo.
is satire for comedy purposes.
I,
Hmm.
I'll look into it later. If this is a thing that happened.
Just look at the episode. She's in the thumbnail.
Oh, okay, if I recall, she looks like really normal, right?
Yes,
Like a
aggressively
normal
normal. Like I
lady.
said, very
Aggressively
mid.
normal lady?
Aggressively normal.
That's my type.
Wow, what does that say about Pink? Are you describing her as aggressively normal?
No.
I mean, I'm pretty average. I ain't no basic bitch. Fuck them
She
Barbies.
absolutely pretty average. You know what I'm saying?
Aw,
Hey, because that's in her name.
Mm.
thanks.
Nah, she's my type, and that's all that matters.
Oh,
Can't do an issue.
I'll
didn't
play a
Can't.
wanna.
record.
I'll go instead.
Oh shit, hold on. I'm up for my issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let her up,
All
skank.
right. So my issue lately is there is a big fandom that I'm a part of that I know and love like whole fucking heartedly. It is
The furry community.
God, no, I am not. No. But anyways, there is a community that I know and love and I am a part of, the Bionicle community, which has been around for God knows how long, probably since 2001, going on like for many fucking years strong, and
Oh, Bionicles were the shit.
Weren't
they
Bionicles
were.
made because Lego wanted some sort of Transformers with interchangeable bits?
So
Not necessarily, just something like it was like something that Lego made for older kids because it was cooler, and they were right. It was cooler. I
so
had the
let me
ice
tell you.
guy with the sword and the snowflake shield. It was cool.
Oh, Kopaka?
I don't
You
know
know
them.
the
I don't know them
name?
by name. I just know what they looked like, and I had the red guy that was like red and black, and
Tahu?
he could shoot
Oh
things.
my god!
Oh, you're really into it.
I'm
Okay.
really
Oh,
into
dude,
it.
I fucking hand to God, I have grown up like playing with Bionicles, like absolutely like fucking just everything about Bionicle is just near and dear to my heart. So
How do you
let me
feel
tell.
about the GBA game?
Never played the GBA game, but what have I told you? A bunch of fans and a whole like studio by the name of Team Kanoe got together and like poured 8 fucking years into like an amazing fan port,
How
or not a
many
fan port,
times do we have to teach you this
but
lesson?
an
You've done
amazing
this before, haven't you?
done this issue.
Yes. About fucking
No,
fan games getting axed.
can you, Riley? Can you shut the fuck up and let
He
me
said
explain my
Bionicles.
like?
I'm listening for Bionicles.
So what if I told you there was this fan group called Team Kanoe? They have been 8 years strong working on a project. They even worked closely with Lego to make sure they were not in violation of anything, that they were still on good
What
terms.
is that in the background? Did
Hang
Kank
on, this
forget
like
how a podcast works today?
yeah, and you forget how fucking letting people work go or letting people talk works, Riley.
Yeah, I let them talk and then they talk and their mic doesn't have a weird noise in the background. And if it does, I tell them to stop that.
Oh no. Anyway, Team Kanoe have been working on this project for a solid 8 fucking years, and fairly recently, Lego decided, you know what, we're gonna rug pull them because, well, because we're insert multi-billion-dollar company, and because we like to just see insert small little group of people fucked over,
Nintendo and Argonaut.
pretty much. Man, man, you should know something about getting fucked over by Nintendo, Riley.
What is that? Oh my fucking god.
What are you hearing? I don't hear what you're hearing, Riley.
I hear nothing as well.
I'm sick of this
This isn't
shit.
a gaslight, I
I'm
promise.
sick of this fucking gaslighting bullshit. Open your ears, people.
I
It's
mean, a
not as
while ago I heard like a
Riley.
little
just because
girl, but
You
the
could
sound is not as loud as the person talking does not mean that it doesn't exist. It's in there. If you listen to the background, you're not supposed to hear noise in the background. First of all, what you're definitely not supposed to hear in the background is like muted talking, like
I heard like a little
whisperous
girl a while ago, but
talking.
other than that,
okay, you can open your ears, but also how about open your hearts to the people that have poured 8 years into this project, that have
oh,
been like working day in and day out to make sure that this project is like as close to the source material and everything as possible. They have put
yeah,
so
fuck 'em.
much work. They have put so much work and time into this project, and the fact that Lego is just literally gonna sandbag them like right as they're gonna release it. It's fucking heartbreaking.
Magic.
So, so that's why for tonight I'm naming this issue hashtag save the masks of power.
No, but that's not the issue. That's the quick fix. Would be to save it.
You're Riley.
What do you mean? That's not the issue. The movement to save the thing is not the issue if you want the thing saved.
I'm calling it that, Riley.
That's not an issue though. It's the opposite.
So then what do you reckon this issue gets called then, Riley?
I don't
Good things
know.
being cut short, or like
Copyright strikes?
How about
passion
fuck
projects being
Lego?
canceled.
How about fuck the Lego group? Can we call it
Fuck
that?
the Echo.
Well, that's not.
The
That again
Lego
is not
group.
an issue. That's just a declaration.
Lego
Oh
group
my god, Riley,
canceling.
stop being a perfectionist cunt. Jesus
I'm
Lego
not
Christ.
being a
group
perfectionist. It's
cancellation.
not hard to be like, here's the problem, and for the
Too
thing you're
many
saying to make
toasters.
sense.
Like Lego being cheap. Oh,
Basic
hey,
comprehension of the English language. Hi, Gingy.
Hello, everybody.
Oh
Why do you
man, you
sound
sound like
like you're
shit.
coming through a tin can?
I want to say I worked 11 hours yesterday, got literally no sleep, and I'm going in now to work, and I'm working till 7
Oh.
a.m.
What are you in the car? Is that why you
Yeah,
sound like
I'm in
this?
the car. I tell you
Okay.
guys. So yeah, my bad on my audio quality.
You don't have to worry about apologizing, Gingy.
Gingy, people don't show up
Who
for this
won?
show all the time. You don't have to. It was Crow.
Damn it. I mean, yay, Crow.
Yay! All right, what's the name of Kang's issue? Let's take this out. We love you, Gingy. Thank you. What's the name of your issue, Kang?
I guess, considering the fact that save the mask of power can't work because to you that's a quick fix. Fuck Lego is a declaration, I guess. The
Mega
mask,
Blocks for the fucking win.
the
Yeah,
masks
that's a
of
Mega Blocks.
conundrum.
Lego group cancellation, man.
How about the
Like,
masks of conundrum? There.
but nobody knows what that is though.
That just sounds
Yeah,
like
but they're
band
gonna.
name
Just
generator.
call it
Dang, you gotta let
DMCA
go of
Takedowns.
that terrible name. Find a better one.
The issue is
Get it?
DMCA
Let go.
Takedowns. Simple. Describes what you're saying. DMCA Takedowns.
All right, then mark it. Jesus fucking Christ. Ah.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Pink Lemonade, get us out of here. I assume Gingy's not going to want to do an issue in this shitty mic situation. And by that I mean I don't want him to.
In that case,
was I
I've got to
supposed to do
dip
my
out early
issue?
because I've got shit to
Yes.
do. So
Go. Kang, don't fucking rush me on my own show. You leave then.
all right, let me
That is
plug
what
my
he was
shit
just saying.
then.
Okay, go ahead.
linktr.ee/Grimrealm. There you go.
Make a Kang shirt.
Yep. I guess I'll see you guys when I inevitably retire from
Oh,
this
bye,
show.
Ginger.
The next time you're gonna be on is when you inevitably retire.
Oh my god, it's sarcasm.
Kang fires
Okay.
himself.
Kang fires himself.
This is his
You
Anyways.
direct
can't
notice.
fire me. I quit.
Anyways, I'm out.
You're fired. You
Grimbang
can't
out.
quit.
Bye.
Bye.
I see.
Oh, that guy that never spoke. Who was that?
That was a gal, I think.
Wait, who just left?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Why
it's
was
Kang's
he
girlfriend.
Oh, oops! It's still recording.
What do you mean
Oh
it's
yeah.
still
I
recording? We're
didn't do
still
my
doing the
issue.
podcast.
Oh, it's just because I hacked straight into the mic.
Okay.
Oh,
The your issue.
yeah. My issue. It's probably been done before, but like cats screaming at you for no reason. Like
We've done kitten shenanigans, but I don't think we've
no,
ever gotten
just
quite this
full grown ass
particular
cat.
cat screaming at you for no reason.
Like
Okay.
we're just chilling in the bedroom, and then he walks into the middle of the living room and screams for no reason. We try to get him over for love. He's got plenty of food. His cat box has been done. He's got water. He just screams for no reason at all
He
hours of the
wants,
night and day.
and he wants you to call him over to give him love. He won't just go to you. He will just cry until you call him over.
He's, I mean,
He
we
just
just
wants to
call him
be
a love
wanted
whore,
and
but
loved.
he wants. He's awful. He's a sweetie pie, but gosh dang, he doesn't shut up. And then
Yeah, basically, I think a lot of the problem is we let him outside for a little bit,
like
and
a
then
year.
well, yeah, and then like he had to stay inside, and that wasn't a big deal. But now it's next summer, and we're opening doors and stuff, and he's able to look outside, and he's just longing. What he really wants is for us to let him outside, and he's being as annoying as possible. And the only way to get him to
He's
shut
doing
up
that
is to
too,
pet him.
kinda. But he like tries to lead you.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's
he hasn't forgotten that he was let outside once, but he will die if he gets outside.
yeah. We can't let him out because our other cat got eaten by coyotes.
Oh, unfortunate.
You've heard the story. The whole show has heard the story multiple times.
It's
I've lost many a feline friend, and it's like ruined me. I'm now very neurotic about my babies.
he could probably go out on a leash, though.
We
Yeah,
actually
we
have
got
a
to figure that
harness.
out.
We
He's
actually
good
have a
boy.
little leash and harness for my boy Vito, who desperately wants to escape. But I don't know how to put it on him, so we got to figure that part out.
Well, maybe your cat and the big Vito are connected in some way, and if you let that cat out, Vito will finish Super Killer.
Yeah,
And I
maybe.
don't
I
I
just
don't
have to
mean
set
like
Vito the cat free, and then Vito the man will also be free.
yeah, exactly. Except what's actually going to happen is your cat will actually just be the one riding Super Killer while Vito is just wallowing in self-pity.
Just halfway through the comic book, it just becomes like paw prints on inked paw prints on a
And
page.
it'll be better.
What size would Duster be? Small, medium?
Small dog, just small dog. Remember, it fit Riker fine.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we just get a little Chihuahua harness and
Chihuahua.
yeah. Annoying ass
I
cats.
I used to have a cat that screams at me for no reason. This is like genuinely. This will haunt me for the rest of my. I'm about to get too real on this comedy podcast. Okay,
Oh no.
this is like one of the guilts I will carry for all time. I had this cat named Gabby. And she was an old cat. We adopted her from. My mom works at a nursing home, and there was an old lady who like was moving to a different part of the nursing home where she couldn't have a pet anymore. So we adopted her cat. She was an old cat, and she had like stomach issues. so she would shit everywhere. And she also would scream all the time. But beyond those two things, she was the sweetest cat in the world, and like I genuinely enjoyed a lot of the time I spent with her. But then she would just shit everywhere and scream all the time for no reason. So I would scream at her in response very loudly and very meanly because I would get very annoyed. And then eventually, my mother just started letting Gabby go out because it was preferable to cleaning up her shit all the time. And then she started coming home less and less, and then she just didn't one day, and assumedly she
Oh,
died somewhere.
she could have
Well,
forgotten how to come home.
cats are stoic, and they don't want you to see them in a.
Die.
No.
They don't want to
Her
see them
stomach
die.
thing was
Yeah.
obviously getting worse. She was probably dying, and she ran
We had
off to
that with
die
one of our
alone.
old cats. I mean, he got that was the original Scout, the one the dog was named after. We got Scout and Boo together, but Scout got sick and then didn't come back home. And then when we moved 3, 4 years later, the guy cleaning out the backyard was like, "Somebody lose a cat?" And he just laid down in a pile of leaves in the backyard. I was like, "Oh, there's Scout." And I
Ah,
think his bones are still up in mom's closet with all of the other pet ashes.
which cat is it that's still alive and
Fucking
just running
Milo,
on
I
hopes
don't
and
know
dreams?
how. He just keeps going. Like his daughter's dead, his father's dead, and he's still going. I don't know how.
He's
He just
running on
his
hopes and dreams, and he lives at the fucking just at the fireplace at her mom's house. It's
Yeah, Dallin was like, "Sometimes I walk by and I'm so sure he's dead, but then I touch him and he goes, meow, and he's still alive somehow."
everybody's ready for him to be dead, but he's not dead. I've never felt that for an animal.
Nope,
It's
he's
okay,
still
buddy. You
kicking.
can die. No, really. What do you? It's okay.
And the worst part is it had to go out in such a way where I have to wonder for all time if it was my fault.
Oh no.
Because I saw her out because she was out and she wasn't coming home, and I saw her and she had like dirt. She wasn't dirty, like in like a she wasn't like she didn't look like a dumpster cat, but there was dirt on her, like she just like had sand upon her fur. And I was
Well,
like
she
running
probably had
late.
just been rolling around.
Maybe she had just been rolling around. That's the best case scenario.
No,
But
absolutely, she was just rolling around. Cats don't just get dirt on them like that.
no. Yes, okay, that's the realistic scenario. That's what a normal person would say to themselves. But
What
I
does your trauma
happened
brain tell you?
but I happened to Google it. And what Google told me, and what my trauma brain will
Oh
forever
no.
carry, is that when cats are dirty, that means they're dehydrated because they would be cleaning themselves otherwise if they had saliva with which to do that. And I never saw her again after this encounter where I saw her and she had dirt on her, and I was running late for work, so I did not like wrangle her and put her in the house. I just let her be, and then I
Oh,
never saw her again.
it's like really sad.
I don't. I don't think she was dehydrated, man. She's probably just old. Cats, they're stoic, like I said, and they don't want to die in the house.
Did
Maybe
she
that's
look
why.
like she was waiting to see you? Like a cat that would have been like on their way out may have popped by to see their human again before, going off to kill.
Maybe that's a positive spin to set out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you creating this
So
alternative
she
narrative
went
for
and she
me.
came back to see you again before she crawled in the ditch and died.
Or I screamed at her too much and she hated me and she
No,
didn't
Nah.
drink
no.
any water and then she died.
One of the
Oh my
last
god.
things that happened with my cat, and it wasn't even like it had to
Anybody's
have been like
fault.
a week before it happened, and I always picture it as if it was the day that it happened, and it wasn't. My cat hopped up on the bed one morning and annoyed the shit out of me, waking me up minutes before my alarm. I shoved him off the bed, but I accidentally shoved him into the baseboard heater.
Oh
I
yeah.
felt really bad.
I made a bad noise.
Yeah, it's horrible. I've accidentally done terrible things to this cat. You know, like when he wasn't supposed to go outside because it was night, and I accidentally closed. I didn't close the door on his head, but like the door hit his head, and he looked like he was in pain from it. I was,
I
you know,
did
you think of.
accidentally I
He was your
accidentally
boy. He loved you.
I still feel that.
Oh.
I ac there was no heaters involved, thankfully, but I did accidentally cause Gabby to have, like, a very Looney Tunes fall because she was, like, laying in a weird position, and my bed was, like, fucked up, so there was, like, space between my headboard and the mattress where there shouldn't be,
Oh, I hate
and
that.
Gabby was, like, laying on my blanket, and I thought my blanket was stuck under me because of, like, the way it was done, and I did not realize Gabby was even on the bed. So I like
Oh,
yanked. So I yanked to get the blanket, and then I register in my fucking visual receptors that Gabby is there, and I watch Gabby fall through the gap between my headboard and the mattress, and I swear, I swear it's like a Looney Tune. I swear I see her like look down for a moment before she falls, like it's fucking Looney Tunes. It's like, oh no, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I feel like they must know. I mean, Duster, if you shove him away, he instantly forgives you and will come back for more love.
he does look very sad and dejected.
Or they're just all very stubborn, which they are.
I've
Yeah.
smacked a couple cats in the face with doors before. They're
It
idiots.
feels
They just stand.
terrible.
If a cat wants to go out a door, they'll just stand the fucking 1 centimeter away from the door. Then you go to open the door for them, and they fucking get smacked. And it's like, well, maybe you should have created some distance between you and this thing you knew was gonna swing open.
Monty
Vito,
does that.
you
When I'm
idiot.
closing the door, he goes to run and get like a last peek outside, and I end up squishing him. Like, dude,
Ooh.
like, come on, stop it.
That's a big intrusive fear I have about Vito because he tries to escape all the time and we have to like race him out the door. I'm like, what if he gets halfway through and we
That was the
shut
I
it
thing I
do
was
have
on
those
telling you
fears
about my cat
sometimes.
and hitting him in the head. It was terrible. His head did get
Monty's got a
closed in
fat
the door.
body,
Not
so
closed
him?
in the door, but like it
Oh,
hit him. I
man.
felt so terrible. I wondered, like, from that moment on. He didn't act any different, but um, but like, I always wondered how I give, like, if I gave him brain damage from that.
luckily the back door is heavy and it takes like it's slow and it's hard to close, so not much
Oh,
force
nobody's
behind
been
it.
closed in the back door. It was a front door happening this.
Oh, Monty. Oh, that
No,
one's
it
the one
wasn't
where you
Monty or
gotta
Duster. It was
pull
Riker.
really
You were
hard
there
to
to see it. It
close.
was terrible.
Oh,
I was trying to close it before he got out, and I fucking hit him in the head. It was terrible. He pulled back
oh,
out.
oh,
Yeah. He was fine. No, it wasn't as bad as that one time where he just came running in the room and then hit his head on the bottom of the bed and just became real timid for no reason. You
Monty's
remember
done
I had
that.
to coax him? Do you remember how I like had to coax him back out?
No, I don't.
You
Poor
don't remember
boy.
this? I had to spend time like coaxing him back out. He was like uh, Riker just ran in the room, ran under the bed, hit his head on the fucking bed going in there,
Oh,
and then he was just like really timid for a minute. Like, you know, like I punched him.
jiggled his brain real hard.
I don't know. That's probably where he got brain
Maybe
damage if
he
he ever
thought
did. But
something hurt him and he was hiding from whatever it may have been.
yeah, I had to coax him back out, and it was like, "Come on, buddy. Well, I love you. Get out here."
Oh,
Have you ever had a directly antagonistic relationship with a pet? Have you ever had an enemy pet?
Yes.
Um,
Oh my god. My dad's
sort of.
cat was such a bitch. I mean, in her defense, like when she was a kitten, my super autistic sister would hold her up to the spinning fan blades and traumatize her and like squeeze her almost to death. So like she had reason to fear people, but she hated everyone. And then when you were laying there, she would like crawl on you and you would feel blessed and terrified because if you moved, she would claw the shit out of you, like for no reason. But in her old age, she got really cuddly. Like she asked for love, and you're like, is it okay to pet? Is it okay to pet you? Do you want like really scared of what she wanted? But apparently that's a thing with old cats. They get really affectionate in their old age. My dad said she forgot that she hated people.
Nah. I had an antagonistic relationship with a cat. I think it was just like I didn't hate it or anything really, but like we just like we didn't get along. We were roommates who struggled to coexist. Because the cat came around and I was very excited because there hadn't been a cat around in a while. And I was hoping that this one would like me because the cat that I had when I was like a young child, like my mom got like a little baby kitten when she was pregnant with me. So I grew up
Mhm.
with a cat. But he we weren't enemies, but like he made it clear that he was not a fan of me, so I would fuck off. And if I didn't fuck off and I was a dumb toddler and tried to fuck with him, he would scratch me. And that was just the order of things. But this new cat, I'm like, maybe I can get this new cat to like me. This new cat just wasn't hitting, was not a fan of me, was not violent or anything, but just like did not want to be my friend. And I was like sad about that and I was bumming. And around this same time, I got an Xbox 360 for Christmas from my dad. And he bought me uh, the Bakugan game, which I really wanted because I really liked the DS version as a kid, and the console version is just the same game, but like it's beautiful instead of shitty. So I wanted the console version, so I got it. I got that, and I got an Xbox for Christmas. And here's fucking little fucking cat. His name was Cloud. We named him Cloud.
Cloud?
He was a white cat because his name was
Cloud?
Cloud. And Cloud is just fucking doping around my fucking room. And what does he do? He knocks over the fucking Xbox. And here's a fun fact about Xbox 360s: the way at which their disc reading
Yep.
works
Yep.
makes it so if the console is shifted in any way, it'll just put a big scratch through your disc and break your disc. So my Bakugan game was destroyed. And at that moment, me and Cloud became bitter rivals. And then Cloud got ran over by the SWAT team.
Cloud got run over by the SWAT
Got
team.
food.
They raided. I think some guy was growing pot like on my street, literally. And there were like 8 SWAT vans at a house. And then that same day, our neighbors found our cat like wrapped in a towel, ran over like right near where that was. So two and two together, the SWAT team fucking killed our cats.
Oh.
Did
Oh.
they get you new cats, or they're just like, we're not
No,
responsible?
they just wrapped him in a towel and left.
What the fuck?
They had it out for your cat, I guess.
No, I think he would have. I mean, yeah, that's the funny explanation is that he knew too much. But realistically, he was just a dumb outside cat. He was just like, oh, I'm just in this nice driveway of this nice, pleasant suburban home. And then fucking 8 SWAT vans pulled up, and it was all over.
Damn.
My animal antagonistic relationship was my mom's parrot. or it was a macaw, so one of the big ones. And
Oh, yeah, that thing.
that thing just hated everybody that wasn't my mom,
It was
which
awful.
is evidently common. Uh,
That was the thing for the childhood cat, is that he was inseparable from my mom. He came to accept my father. He hated everyone else, especially me.
yeah, this thing, like, I would have to take care of it, and this is when I was like fucking jobless retard. Uh, I was a senior in high school, and I was about to go on the Job Corps, and yeah, watching this parrot was difficult. Like, I didn't really know what to do. I'm like, do I feed it? Should I let it out? And if I let it out, like, how do I get it back in? It won't go onto my hand because it hates me. I don't remember how I would get it back. I don't remember how I even got it back in the cage, but I did eventually. And like anytime I'd walk by, it would fucking like bite the cage and shit, like where I was at. Like it's trying to scare me, like a guy in fucking jail or something,
He
shaking
was
the shit
vicious.
around.
I got so spoiled by my one meaningful relationship with a bird. I've always kind of been afraid of birds, and I even still was kind of afraid of this bird, but he just was like the cutest, well-behaved young bird lad. My mom's like old. My, so my mom had a like guy who was stalking her, who she then befriended, and he lived at our house for a while.
Oh, fuck, that's creepy.
It was a very long-term thing. It was not as simple as I'm making it out to be. But there's no romanticism there or anything. But like he was just our roommate for a while, and he paid rent and he helped with expenses. And he had a parakeet, this little green parakeet named Bosty, and Bosty was the best. That bird kicked ass. He would stand on your finger if you put your finger up to his little bird chest, and he'd step up, and then you'd
Oh,
have little Bosty there, and he would fly around, and then you'd let him out of his cage, and he would fly around for a while, and then he'd go back in there.
cute.
He liked his little
Cats
cage. He just
cats have
his
been
cage is his
posted.
house. He just taking a little walk, taking
Cats
a
have
little
been
fly.
posted
I
in
did see the
the
cats.
yeah.
Cat time. I do love me some cat pics. Your dad's old cat is the bad one? Because that's adorable. That's an adorable
Do you
cat.
not see the loathing in her eyes? She would
Th-
just
th-
stare at you angry if you got anywhere close. That was me, like, about to sit down, and she glares at me like, "Oh, fuck no.
It's
Don't
the
you
most
dare."
adorable loathing I've ever seen.
She's she was horrible, until she forgot that she hated people. Then she was
Mine's the
delightful.
mine's the big fucking manly one up at the top there. That was my fucking boy. He would hang on my shoulders all the time. And that was after just fucking getting him. He
No,
had
got him back.
he had yeah, he had gotten out of the house, not gotten out. I let him out, but then it snowed and he couldn't find his way home. And then he ended up living off of squirrels and rats and stuff. And somebody
6
just found
months
the cat and
later.
decided this seems like it might be somebody's. And they scanned the chip, and then I got a call, and I was like, they're like, "We have your cat." I'm like, "You what?" "Yeah, we have your cat."
6
Are
months
you kidding?"
later, he's coming home with us.
Yeah, he was fucking big when I got him back. It was crazy.
He had the very large murder mittens, like, hefty boy.
I miss the shit out of this cat. He
He
was
was a
cool.
very good boy.
Man, can one cat even be? I feel like lately I've never
One
seen
cat
any
even be.
person have one cat. Like it's
You
always
got to get them in pairs, otherwise they'll go into a room and meow. I mean, Riker did that, and then we got Monty, and he stopped. And then
yeah,
now
they hang
Dustin's
out
doing
with
that
each
because
other
I
all
don't fucking know.
day.
He's an
And
asshole.
they hang out with each other all day and they entertain themselves. That's the benefit. That's why we're
Or they
grateful that we
should.
got we got our two, but
Yeah.
it's interesting that we've had this societal shift where we've all decided, okay, we got
Is
the
this
cats
from
come in
audio
pairs
only?
now. This is audio only.
Yeah, it's audio only. It's fine though.
Wait, where's the camera?
I want to see him though. Oh, babies, kitty cats.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
they're friends.
Sometimes. Most of the time.
Yeah, they were just in here beating the shit out of each other.
That is how cats tend to operate. They will love each other and then they'll just like get into intense combat. My cats know that it upsets me when they like fight and like because they'll like shriek in pain and shit. And it's like they're just like play fighting, but it just like it bothers me, so I always have to break them up. And now
Oh,
they've
well, when they're
figured that
play
out.
fighting, they when they're play
They like
fighting, they don't really
yowl.
make a lot of noise. If they're like yowling and shit, hissing and stuff, that's when they're fighting.
Yeah, they're probably like really, but they're not like drawing blood or anything. Like they're just fucking around. But like they they know it upsets me now. They figured it out. So now, whenever they want me to like pay attention to them or feed them or something, they will go next to whatever closed door I'm
I
behind
still gonna
and
just
start
fight on
fighting.
purpose? Oh my god. Those little bastards.
We need to do a whole.
They'll start fighting, so I will come out there and break them up, and then I'll be like, well, I guess I'm already up, so I suppose I'll feed them.
Any attention is good attention.
Yeah. How long have we been going?
About 2
God,
hours.
too
Oh,
long. And then not quite
damn.
2 hours, but probably over an hour and a half.
It says
So
2 hours right here on the thing.
yeah, but what time does it say that it started? Because that's never quite accurate.
5:42.
Okay, so not quite 2 hours, but close. It will be in like 15 minutes. So yeah, we can start getting out of here. Turbo plugs. Here we go. Captain Blackbread.
All right. So episode 4 of the Bigger Black Breadier cast is out. So go check that out on my YouTube channel, Captain Black Bread. And
Epic.
should be easy to find that way. Also check out Hootenanny Central for gaming stuff and whatnot. Habibi, even though he's not here. I heard Spiderball was there. And don't forget to check out my Twitter and follow it. I need a good number of people checking this shit out. So, see Blackbread. And the more followers I have, the more, like, how do you put it? The more seriously people take me.
Yeah.
So I need that number nice and big. So give C Blackbread on Twitter X a follow.
But you cannot find Captain Blackbread as the creep off, where he has been banned from the voicemail line.
I didn't get banned from the voicemail line. They actually played the last one I did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Ooh.
they played it, and then fucking Vinny called me a drama queen.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why. I actually just started listening to Creep Off like this week, and I don't know why it took me this long to get into the Creep Off because I've always loved Vinny and Carl and who are these podcasts, but I just like I'd never gotten around to it, and then in my mind I'm just like, I'm interested in Hackamania. Let's check out the Hackamania Creep Off because I just want to see more Hackamania stuff, and it
Yeah, well,
was
they need to
quite
have
enjoyable.
they need to have a show that's not on the other end of the fucking country. It'd be really nice for a road rage to take place in like either Oregon or here in Washington, perhaps Spokane, if he wants to get away from all the people that'll just, want to destroy him.
Now just do Road Rage Tampa 2.
Fuck off. Then I
I'm
have to
still
fly to fucking Tampa.
I'm still pissed about not going to Road Rage Tampa 1 because it was because the issue was the venue was like they carded you. You had to be 18 to get in. And I was, but I did not yet have an ID to prove so. So I
Oh,
could not go.
that sucks. Damn. Well, anyway, you got all my plugs. That's that. Check out the newest episode. It's there. It's ready.
All right. Everybody go to linktr.ee/Riley Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. Podcasts, YouTube channels, all sorts of stuff going on. Megazord Radio, Power Rangers podcast. It's going to be the next 15 years of my life. Get in on the ground floor, wherever podcasts are found, YouTube and stuff. You get it. Megazord Radio, and many more, all available on that link. And that's it. I almost forgot I was doing the intro. I wasn't supposed to host today. It was supposed to be Crow, but Crow got sick like a little bitch.
Oh.
Like a little fucking sniffly ass motherfucker.
Thank God, honestly, I don't know if I could do a fifth episode in a row with Crow.
The perfect attendance award goes to
Yeah.
Crow Royalty. But
We'll just have to
everybody,
switch off every other episode, you know? Crow on
yeah.
this episode, me on another.
See, it's almost like Crow works best as like a regulated guest that I can deny or accept as I see fit. But you know, everybody said that I shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, well, yeah, change of heart. Some people I can handle a lot of, some people I can't. For some reason, Kang, I can handle all the Kang in the world, but I just cannot handle too much Crow.
Well, it's too late now. Crow at
It
least gets
is.
the rest of the year. Then we'll have an employment reevaluation on the first episode of 2026 of the Issue Crew. Somebody remind me of this
All right.
in 7 months. I'm going to do the Crow Royalty employment reevaluation.
Oh, hey, one more thing.
Yeah.
We're almost up to a year now. A year of me on the show.
Oh shit! Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, Memorial Day's coming up.
Wow.
And that's when I did the camping trip last year.
How exciting!
Yep, a year of me doing the show. But for some reason, most of all, I really missed that camping trip because it was cool. Visited some old buildings and shit. Neat.
Camping trips are cool. God, we've been doing this show for such a long fucking time. This is the 140th episode of this podcast. We're gonna do
Yeah, we're
one.
gonna be at fucking 208 before you know it, and we'll finally get Dick Masterson on.
That'd be 216. Yeah, we had to
216.
lap 108.
Oh, it doesn't just get to 208.
I don't think it. I don't think. I think 108 is actually the one and only shot. But my joke pitch to try to get him again will be that once we hit 216, that will be two 108s. So then they get him that way.
Alrighty.
But
That is?
folks, that's
Yeah.
it.
My
Goodbye.
issue was
Oh wait, yeah, that part. Do that.
yeah. Well, my issue was bathtub erasure.
Mine was cats screaming.
My issue with shows ending on cliffhangers, and Kang's was DMCA takedowns. And we'll see you guys next week.
Catch y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you having trouble kicking the fuck?